Alright guys, welcome. So today I'm going to be sharing my plans for 2026 so that you don't end up looking like this guy over here. And let me hide this. So today is a very important day because I'm actually making a very transparent video about my plans for this year. So if you've been watching me for a while, you would know that I've been always talking about these branded products which I've been working on but I still haven't launched. I've had my winner over more than a year now, but now I truly think that it's time to expand, try new things, and that's why I thought why not share it to you guys so that you will see what I am planning to do because I truly think this is the best move for now. And I want to link it to another topic which a lot of people are facing right now. So, if you've been dropshipping in Q4 2025, you are probably experiencing a decline in sales, and that's normal, okay? But that's why you need to take new risks and actually, try doing something new. So, a lot of people nowadays, they would just, you know, keep on doing pump and dump, but I've always been preaching for branded dropshipping in the organic way. But the end goal is to have a hybrid approach, so organic plus paid ads, which I could talk about later on. But primarily, I'm going to be sharing the plans so you guys can see what it is that you need to do for this year to actually see a change. Because I truly think now it has changed a lot in terms of what you need to do in terms of selling products. So, what products should you pick? How should you market them, and so on. These things have changed a lot since I would say Feb or March of 2025. So back then, although nobody has told you this, but branded marketing, okay, we're not talking about the product, we're talking about the way of marketing of making something look like a brand. In other words, sugarcoating the product because at the end of the day, it's coming like it's an ordinary product which is available on any platform, but people are marketing in a way which is making it look like a brand. For example, the unethical marketing which they've done in March, the stitching videos, which some people still do till this day, which I would never advise. I've always been against it. Till this day, I'm against it. Highly not recommended for you to do. But I'm mentioning this because this is what they did. So if you've seen these grandpa videos back in March of 2025, they were using branded marketing to sell these slippers, right? And I think it was like this, yeah. And these slippers were like made of whatever, like, they're making it look like it's family owned, farm owned, whatever. The main reason they did that is because they know that the branding way of marketing is what sells, it's not the product. So instead of doing this unethical way, why not just find, now we're back to 2026, why not just start the year fresh with this, like with the marketing built around making the product look better than what it really is. So, in other words, branding it. And branding can be created or done through multiple ways, such as. So, the first thing I want to talk about is branding. Why branding, right? Might have to write branding. Why? Let's get into it. The first reason is because the product, you want to look for a product which has longevity, okay? So you don't want to run a product which is going to make you maybe 10K this month and then next month back to zero, where you just have to dump all the accounts, dump the product, and then start from square one. So instead, you want to look for something that's consistent. So consistency is the number one thing about brandable products. Number two, to why we should go for branding, because you could actually end up like that's how you actually scale to 7-8 figures, by creating a brandable looking product. Okay, so for scaling, in other words, maybe taking it to paid ads, which is always an option. Nobody speaks about this in the organic space, but truly, if you want to look in the long term of a brand or a product, the end goal is always something that has to do with paid ads. I don't know if you can see my cat. It's okay. Back to the sauce. So number 3, why branding? Consistency, scaling, and I mean, is there anything better than this? Like, what else do you want? You want consistent months of printing, and then just ever growing brand or business. So these are the main two pillars to why branding. And I mean, I'm gonna add a bonus. It just increases, like, even though your product may not be the best, it will make it look like it's actually a big thing. So increased perceived value, okay, which is gonna result in higher CVR, right? So these are some of the things which are really important to keep in mind for branding. And then now that I've mentioned these, I'm gonna move on with my plans. So I've had a product which was a dropshipping product, but I've always wanted to just take a step ahead and go for the custom products. So I've always been talking about, so now we've mentioned one of the pillars, branding, now custom. Why custom? Because customizing a product will not only just make it look easier to be like a brand, but also you're just going to be ahead of competition. Like 99% of competitors are just, taking a product straight up from Alibaba, AliExpress, or any of the other third-party apps, fulfilling it straight to the customer. They don't even bother changing the boxes. So nowadays, if you see a page or a dropshipper who has branded boxes, you could actually just consider that they have found their winner, because otherwise they wouldn't invest into boxes. Although they're cheap, I know, but so customizing will put you ahead of competition. And surprisingly, competition doesn't only have to do with dropshippers, but also like Amazon. So even the mainstream platforms. So one example I always like to give is the Lego, like the custom brick products. And you cannot just go to Amazon and order, print-on-demand product. So print-on-demand products are some of the best products to, brand and scale. So yeah, that's gonna put you ahead of competition. It's gonna probably give you just a better head start from others, because the chances are, if you pick a custom product rather than one of these gimmicky pump and dump products, your chances are you have a head start over them. So your chances of turning it into a 10k plus month is higher than other people who are just running shiny object syndrome products. Okay, so that's one big thing you need to focus on. When I started 3.5 years ago, everyone was promoting pump and dump, and I fell for this trap where I would just jump from one product to another. That's one. And then two, everyone neglected the importance of your website. So that's another thing I want to talk about. So I truly think one of my biggest advantages when it comes to branding is my website. Creating your website is more like art. You need to actually, engineer your brand. You need to think or you want to envision the way your brand looks like. So what do I want my brand to look like? Who are my target audience? You'd be surprised how many angles you could hit for a specific product. So you could think of, for example, car niche products. You could literally create completely different brand or like a theme around your product from every single person out there who is in the same niche. That's just one example. The same applies to fashion niche, everything. So the website is what actually puts you ahead of others, because actually I'm going to give you a bonus sauce here, Instagram. So a lot of people will literally tell you they have no business without Instagram. And that's so true, because Instagram is your first landing page even before your website. So the bigger your Instagram page is and the more branded it is, so you have good highlights, you have good posts, which nobody does. You just add in posts which are dedicated to show the product in a brandable way. You pin them and so on. You add a lot of reviews to the highlights. This will create a very branded looking page. And that's actually your first landing page, okay? Even before the website. And that's where, so these two are your most, if in terms of energy, where should you pour your energy in terms of branding? Primarily these two. Obviously, then you could do it to Facebook. The rest are not that important. I mean, Snapchat, I would argue, is as important as these. You could look like a brand on Snapchat easily. So Snap, which nobody talks about, IG, Facebook, YouTube is more flexible. You could just, yeah, YouTube and TikTok are not like, they will do the heavy lifting for you. You don't need to like make it look better than what it really is. But Insta is really important. Like, you need to focus on going viral at the start. Okay, so even if there's a format which doesn't necessarily convert for you, I would highly recommend you use it at the start just to go viral, get views, get followers, and then niche down once you grow. So that's my best advice in terms of branding, because nobody highlights these, but these are like your first barrier of what the customer sees before purchasing. They see the Insta page and the landing page of your website. Next thing I want to talk about. So obviously, I'm very confident with the website, with the use of AI. That's primarily how you're gonna create these branded looking pages. AI can create all the images, perhaps some videos, but I wouldn't recommend videos for now. They are almost easy to identify as AI. So preferably focus on images for now for your website, and the copywriting perhaps. Next, for the plans. So now that I've shown you guys why did I pick this product, so it is brandable, it's custom, and my top strength of how I'm gonna dominate with this product is my website, my expertise of my previous products, and one more thing, the niche. So you want to think of your target audience. When you're trying to pick a product, always think of who is gonna watch my product. I wish I knew this when I was trying to look for my products back in the days. Trust me, guys, like, if you are, especially beginners, when you're a beginner, you would just look for whatever is getting the most numbers, the most views. I have, you would be surprised how many pages I've seen which gets on average like 5k views. I'm not even kidding. Like, there's IG pages which gets 5k up to like perhaps maximum of 20k views per post. They might go viral once every, I don't know, like few weeks or a month. So these pages, I would have never thought that they're making over 10k a month. I would have never thought. But to my surprise, this Q4, it really taught me, especially after I did this restriction thing. So you could set up your settings on IG and Facebook, on Meta in general, to make your account restrict views based off their age or country. So the limit is 25, and what it does is it really limits your views. So I was getting so many views. Now it's actually down to this. So before I limited my views, I'd get like millions of views every 2 days or 3 days or a week or whatever, and I would see others getting like very minimal views, 5k, and I'd be like, how are they converting? How are they actually making money? But after I restricted my views, I got actually like really high quality leads. I realized that just posting 3 to 5 times a day long enough will create this compounding effect where it's just gonna convert every single day. So 1k plus days every day or whatever. So my point is, always focus on quality over quantity whether you're looking for a new product. So instead of basing it off the product going viral, instead look at how long has this product been in this space. So not particularly this prototype, but this concept. So for example, the camera that you put on your chest, this has been around since probably Feb of 2025. I've tested it. It's still viable till this day. But the best part about it is you can pick what angle to market it for. And if you can find a niche which is on average very high quality, so the average viewer is probably going to convert, then you don't even need big numbers. You could just rely on 10 to 50k views per post like 5 times a day, every day, and it will convert literally. So it's really important for you guys to understand this. So yeah, I've just shared a few things which made me choose my product and why I chose it. Expertise is also important. So I've always said, if you're good at marketing outdoors, for example, always pick outdoor products because that's your expertise. Vice versa. So try to find what your strengths are in terms of content creation and pick products in that space. So yeah, I think that's it for today. And I would like to end this with the fact that this product is going to be very special. And if you guys want to join with me on this new path of branding this product, then you could join for my affiliate program completely free. You get a free mentorship and you get a cut of this brand new product. So let me know in the Discord. It's in the bio, completely free, everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.